Welcome students, welcome to Dnyanjyoti Education. Students, today we are going to have a very important video and the agenda of our video is understanding mains examination. As you know, India's toughest examination is UPSC and which is held in 3 stages. First is the prelims, second is the mains and third is the interview. So today in our video, we are going to completely understand about mains examination, that is the second stage. Mains examination is that stage which is very important for your selection and it is a merit based exam. Why I am saying so? Because prelims, the very first stage, is like a screening examination after which you qualify for the mains and then you fight for 1750 marks in which you have to score the maximum. If you see past year results, students who are getting around 50 to 51 percentage are ranking the toppest with all India rank 1 in this examination. So that is our benchmark where we should at least get 50% or more than that, so that we definitely get our required services. Now, so when we are talking about mains examination, there are some fundamental tips that you should keep in mind so that your direction of the preparation is set in the right way and your success is definitely ensured. Now let us begin our video, and before starting this video I am going to even tell you that all the students who are aspiring for next year examination, that is 2026 and after that, are definitely going to benefit from the tips that I am going to give. Now students, UPSC examination, which is also known as Civil Services Examination, is basically a 3-stage examination. The very first stage, that is the prelims examination, is conducted for 400 marks. Here you are only screened and you are only getting qualified for the mains. So once you qualified prelims, the marks for your merit are not even considered. Then you go for the next stage, that is mains, and in the mains you write around 9 papers, that is for 1750 marks, and once you qualify mains, then you go for the interview, which is a personality test which is conducted for 275 marks, and mains and personality test actually decide your merit. So the most and the important crucial stage is the main stage, which is a 1750 marks stage. So we should be aware that how do we actually ensure our success in this examination. Now I will basically give you that what you are going to do in the mains. Okay, mains is a kind of descriptive and a written based examination. What do you mean by descriptive? That here you have to write 3 types of answer. One will be for 10 marker, another will be for 15 and another will be for 20 marker. So it is a written examination where descriptive answers are to be written, and there is an essay also where you have to write an essay for around 1200 words. 2 essay you are going to write. So completely written examination that is conducted with a total 9 papers. Okay, each paper will have an 3 hours duration, so that each question is approximately 8 to 9 minutes what we get for, and around 1.5 hour for each essay, because we have to write 2 essay. 3 hours paper is there for essay 2. Along with it, then there are languages paper, English, Hindi or any scheduled language that is given in the examination or in the constitution. We have to select that in the form, and definitely we are going to write that paper as a language paper. Okay, the examination in a total is going to actually test you on marks of around 1750, and out of which you have to at least score 50% marks if you are aspiring to get in the you are aspiring for a 2-digit or a single-digit rank. So when I talk about mains, let us see how the mains merit paper are broken down. The very first paper, that is essay. Here we are going to write 2 essays, 125 marks each. Then total essay is going to be there for 250 marks. Each paper is for 3 hours, you have to understand. The very first paper. Then we have paper that is general studies 1. Okay, in general studies 1 you have 3 subjects that you have to prepare. One is history, another is geography, and then another is society, again for 250 marks. Then general studies 2, polity, governance, and IR means international relation is something that you have to prepare, which is again for 250 marks. So we have general studies 3 paper which consist of economy, science and technology, environment and security. Then we have GS 4. This paper basically is popularly known as ethics paper, but it consists of different points such as ethics. Some points are related to psychology, some points are administrative related ethics too. And then we have 2 papers that are related to your vocational subject, that is known as optional subject. Okay, popularly more than 30 options are given. From that we have to select any one subject, and any one subject should be prepared with a 2 papers. Subscribed syllabus is given by UPSC. If you do not have that subscribed syllabus, what you can do, you can call us on the number given in the description box. We will definitely send you the syllabus, and that you can ensure that which optional subject I should select and I should prepare for. Okay, so these are list of 7 subjects, and along with these 7 subjects we have 2 papers that are related to languages, which are just qualifying. Okay, those paper are not for 250 marks, but those paper are for 300 marks, and we have to actually get around 25%. We have to just qualify, and that our papers are evaluated and our merit is actually decided in the mains examination. So this is the general structure which I want to make ensure that you have understood at the fullest. Now, when we understand the list of the optional subject, here are a few examples that I have given. Understand students, this is not an exhaustive list. Official list is available, but the popularly optional which students opt for are generally geography, history, political science, sociology, anthropology, philosophy, public administration. Then there are optionals which are related to literature also. We have to choose wisely any one subject so that that subject is actually been selected, and an overlapping optional with GS syllabus is something that you should select, so that simultaneously your GS is also prepared and your optional is also prepared. That is a general understanding. The very first tip that I am giving for mains examination, that optional is one of the most important area, because see, optional is going to come for 500 marks. Okay, the total mains examination is of 1750, out of which 500 marks are given for optional subject. So you need to understand this is going to be a key pillar when you are going to qualify for the mains examination. So you should understand that our first tip is selecting wisely an optional subject, so that you are not burdened by taking any subject and preparing something extra syllabus point, because GS syllabus is comprehensively given. You have to understand that syllabus first, and then you have to see that which subject will be definitely suitable for me or for the candidate, so that his optional subject is overlapping with the GS syllabus too. Then coming to the next, okay, qualifying papers. Qualifying papers are something that students are neglecting. Qualifying papers are English is compulsory, which is our official language, and a candidate must be aware with any regional language. Okay, so when they opt for these 2 subjects, they have to minimum score around 25% marks, around 25% marks to qualify. Okay, when we qualify this subject, then only our paper are evaluated. Understand students, I have past experience that people who have actually got post have even got disqualified in their few attempts because they are not able to clear this optional or this language paper. So you should be very careful that whenever I am going for the mains, optional this languages paper need to be understood. And how we can understand that? We can actually understand it through by understanding previous year question analysis, by referring to the paper, and these are very simple paper. Basic understanding of your language is tested, no knowledge is tested in this paper. Then whenever we are writing paper, okay, now examination is descriptive, it's a written based examination. So whenever we are writing paper, you should understand that handwriting presentation is really matter. Even UPSC has given an official I would say instruction that handwriting should be legible. Okay, any handwriting which is illegible will not be tolerated or marks will be deducted. So at least an basic handwriting is must. Okay. With handwriting, I would say presentation skill is also important. I would say that along with the study, this is something that you should manage the examination on these points. Then use of subheadings, diagrams and keywords is important. As we know that UPSC has divided paper into 4 parts. Each subject has its own vocabulary. We should actually pick up those keywords that are suitable for writing those papers. Say for example, paper or answers which are history answers cannot be same as ethics paper, because ethics is something altogether a different subject. So you should understand that using subheadings, diagrams and keywords is one of the most important thing that you are going to face when you are going to write paper. Okay. Time management is also important thing. Understand, we have to write 20 questions and we have 180 minutes, 3 hours, that is. So approximately 9 minutes is something that we can dedicate for each question. So you should understand that whenever we are writing any question, that question should be actually written in a requisite time, else you will miss out an opportunity to complete the paper. And this is one of the most important thing that many students have done and they have not qualified the examination. Then whenever we are writing an examination, the answers should be ethical, balanced, perspective, because issues are asked. Things which are currently in discussion, things, simmering issues, simmering current affairs are being asked, and opinion about that issues is being asked. So something and a balanced opinion is needed by an aspirant who is going to aspire to become an officer, and therefore we have to even see that we have a balanced viewpoints, and even that viewpoint should be written in a diplomatic language so that our answers are rewarded with highest amount of marks. Further moving, then when we talk about essay paper, essay paper is something that is seeing what does a student think or what is a student's philosophy about a particular issue. Two sections are there, section A and section B. Each section consists of 4 essays. You have to pick up one essay from each section, and that title has to be discussed into 1000 to 1200 words is something that limit is given. So you need to understand that whenever we are writing 2 essays, then we should focus on the structure, that is how my introduction will be, what are the ideas that I am going to discuss in the body of the essay, and what is my conclusion going to be. Okay. Essay should include examples, data, quotes and personal insights, because essay is something, a broad philosophy or broad understanding about a topic that we have picked up, and it's very important and a crucial paper if you have to qualify. I would say the second most important paper after optional, that is essay. Then you have to avoid extreme views, maintain balance, because this is a very generic point that I am discussing. In each and every aspect, in writing answers, in optionals, in essay, you have to understand that balancing view is very important when we are writing UPSC's paper. Then let us understand something about ethics paper. Okay, ethics, this paper is something which we can say a paper which is based on a perspective of understanding a problem. Okay, this this ethics paper, which is paper 4, is, I would say, the third most important pillar after essay, which is going to make you qualify and get you highest amount of marks. Okay, when I talk about paper 4, then paper 4, which is ethics, needs to be loaded with real life application of ethics. They are going to put you into situations by giving you case studies, making you force, or making you practice, or making you write to solve an, I would say, a situation, making you solve a situation where you have to practice and you have to solve any situation logically. When I say ethics, ethics should include simple language. I would say language which is based on ethicality, language which is based on philosophy, language which is of psychology. All language should be actually used when you are writing paper. Then relevant quotes and personal examples are to be written. Keywords like integrity, honesty, compassion, empathy are something that will make our frame when we are writing ethics paper. So you have to understand that ethics paper is also, you have to prepare it separately, because ethics paper, I would say, is more of conceptual in nature. It is not something like history where you are going to cover it in 2 months, 3 months. This paper needs blossoming up of maturity. This paper needs understanding. The more you read, the more you brainstorm, the more you will understand. That is what is about ethics paper all about. Then let us understand few generic tips regarding preparation. See, UPSC's syllabus is a vast syllabus, and the most important strategy is to start early, because at least 1 to 1.5 years is needed to complete the syllabus. So start early with a GSN optional. UPSC, after reading, is in this examination you are evaluated on answer based, right, on answers. So daily answer writing is also must. A professional test series is very important, so that a neutral, I would say, a neutral evaluation of your answers is done. You are being criticized, and there is always a scope of improvement, and therefore it can only happen if you join a test series. Revise standard source and always focus on the content and presentation skill. So these are the things that you should understand. Whatever I have mentioned in this slide is 50% of the exam. Okay, then what is the other 50%? 50% is just studying, and 50% is management and preparing this exam with this, I would say, this suggestion. Okay, then you have to understand at last that whenever mains is whenever a student is appearing mains, it is a deciding factor in UPSC's selection. Understand the pattern, syllabus accordingly, and prepare smartly. Go in the right direction. Do not just or do not just do hard work. A smart preparation strategy is needed. Always stay focused and disciplined, because consistency, perseverance is the need of this examination, and definitely you can ensure your success for 2026. The most important thing, that whenever you are starting a preparation, you definitely need some kind of guidance. Either you can join any coaching class, or you can definitely crack this examination by studying at home also. But for students who are preparing and who wants to target and ensure their success, we have come up with a program called as Nirman. This is a 3-year program. This is actually for students who have qualified 12th, or who are there in graduation and at least have 2 years for the preparation. So whenever you are talking about a professional preparation, definitely initiatives like Nirman will help you. We have decided that what are definitely going to be stages, starting from foundation, covering the syllabus and taking you to the answer writing stage. This Nirman is going to help you. If you want to know more about this batch, what you can do, you can call on the number that are appearing on your screen, or the number will be even provided in the description box. Okay, the batch is starting from 20th May, and the timings are from 5 to 7. Batch is both online and offline. In any mode you can definitely attend this batch. So it is of no worry if you are a student, if you are something, if you are working, or any you are engaged into some other regular activities and do not have the time to do classes, you can definitely go for online mode. Else, if you can attend classes, you are just cleared your 12th standard, you can definitely go for offline batch. So students, definitely understand the tips what I have given in the video, and see that you prepare in the right direction. Thank you.